Once upon a time, in the bustling, vibrant city of Lagos, Nigeria, there lived a magnificent queen named Adana. She wasn't just a queen of a kingdom, but a queen of industry, the CEO of a massive tech empire that had its shimmering headquarters right in the heart of Victoria Island. Queen Adana was known throughout Lagos for her sharp mind, her breathtaking beauty, and her immense wealth. From the outside, her life was perfect. She had everything a person could ever dream of. But behind the shimmering glass of her skyscraper office and the gates of her Ikoyi mansion, Adana held a deep, dark secret. A secret so heavy it sometimes felt like the entire Echo Bridge was resting on her shoulders. You see, for all her success, Queen Adana was lonely. Deeply lonely. Her days were filled with meetings, contracts, and 1,000 responsibilities, but her nights were silent and empty. She yearned for love, a true connection, someone who would see her not as the powerful CEO, but simply as Adana. One sunny afternoon, while stuck in the infamous Lagos traffic on her way to a meeting, she saw him. His name was Chidi, a young, handsome man selling intricate, handcrafted leather bags by the roadside. There was something about his smile, a genuine warmth that seemed to cut through the city's chaotic energy. Their eyes met for a fleeting moment, and in that instant, Adana felt a spark she hadn't felt in years. On a whim, she told her driver to stop. She stepped out of her air-conditioned luxury car, a sight that made everyone around her pause. She walked over to Chidi's humble stand. He was stunned, but he greeted her with that same captivating smile. They talked for a few minutes about his craft, his dreams of opening his own shop one day. Adana bought a bag, but what she really took with her was the memory of his kindness and his hopeful eyes. This one encounter turned into a regular stop. Adana found excuses to pass by his spot, buying more bags than she could ever use. They started talking more, sharing stories about their lives. Adana, however, never revealed who she truly was. To Chidi, she was just Ada, a simple office worker who had a love for beautiful things. She was afraid that her wealth and power would scare him away, or worse, that he would only love her for her money. She wanted to be loved for herself, for the woman behind the crown. Their friendship blossomed into a beautiful romance. They explored Lagos together, not the fancy restaurants Adana was used to, but the real heart of the city. They ate suya under the stars at a local spot, took a ferry to Tarkwa Bay, and got lost in the bustling crowds of Balagan Market. For the first time in a long time, Adana felt truly happy. Chidi loved her for her sense of humor, her kindness, and the way her eyes lit up when she talked about her dreams she hadn't spoken of in years. Months passed, and Adana knew she was in deep. She was in love with Chidi, and he was in love with her. He even used the money he had saved up, along with the extra he made from her many purchases, to finally rent a small workshop in Yaba. His dream was coming true, and he credited her for being his good luck charm. But her secret was a ticking time bomb. Her best friend and chief operating officer, Funk, warned her, "Adana, you can't keep this up forever. The truth has a way of coming out. You need to tell him who you are." Adana was terrified. What if Chidi felt betrayed? What if he thought their entire relationship was a lie? Her fear caused her to delay, and that delay proved to be a grave mistake. One evening, Chidi planned a special surprise. He wanted to propose. He had saved up for a simple but beautiful ring and planned a romantic dinner at his new workshop. He called Ada and told her to meet him there, promising the most important night of their lives. Adana was overjoyed. She knew what was coming and her heart soared. This was it. She decided she would tell him the truth right after she said yes. He would see that her love was real, and her title didn't matter. But fate had other plans. That same day, a major business magazine published its annual Most Powerful Women in Africa issue. And on the cover, in a stunning power suit, was Queen Adana, the CEO of Adana Industries. Chidi was on his way to buy some final items for their dinner when he saw the magazine at a vendor's stand. He stopped, his blood running cold. The woman on the cover, it was her. It was his Ada, but it wasn't. It was Queen Adana. The name, the face, the empire, it all crashed down on him at once. He wasn't dating Ada, the sweet office worker. He was dating one of the richest, most powerful women in the country. The feeling of love in his heart was instantly replaced by a bitter wave of betrayal. He felt like a fool. Had this all been a game to her? Was he just an amusement for a bored rich woman? The smiles, the laughter, the shared dreams. Did any of it mean anything? Heartbroken and humiliated, he went back to his workshop, his dreams shattered. He took the ring, the flowers, and everything he had prepared, and he left. He sent Aldana a single, devastating text message. "I know who you are. Don't ever contact me again." When Aldana arrived at the workshop, it was dark and empty. She saw the text and her world fell apart. She tried calling, texting, going to his stand, but he was gone. He had vanished completely. The pain was unbearable. She had found true love, only to lose it because of her own fear and deceit. Days turned into weeks. Aldana was a ghost of her former self. Her work suffered. The light in her eyes dimmed. She was a queen with a broken heart. Funk watched her friends suffer and finally said, "You can't give up. If your love was real, it's worth fighting for. But you have to be honest this time." Completely taking Funk's advice, Aldana decided to do something she had never done before. She was going to be vulnerable. She used all her resources, not to command or buy, but to find Chidi. She eventually located him in a small town outside of Lagos, where he had gone to stay with family. His spirit crushed. She drove there herself, without her driver or her entourage. She found him sitting by a river, looking lost. He was shocked to see her. His face was a mask of anger and pain. She didn't make excuses. She stood before him, not as a queen, but as a woman in love. Tears streamed down her face as she told him everything. "I was a coward, Chidi," she began, her voice trembling. "I was so afraid of my own life, my own title. I was so scared that no one could ever love me for me, that I hid the biggest part of myself from the only person who ever made me feel whole. I wasn't playing a game. I was just a scared woman who fell in love with you from the moment I saw your smile. The woman you fell in love with, Ada, she is the real me. The queen is just a job. The lie was wrong. So incredibly wrong. And I've paid for it every second we've been apart. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." She laid her heart bare, telling him how her loneliness had been a prison and how he had been the key that set her free. She wasn't asking for forgiveness, only for him to know the truth. Chidi listened in silence, his expression unreadable. He saw her tears. He heard the raw pain in her voice. He saw the powerful Queen Aldana humbled by love. He realized that perhaps he had been wrong too. He had been so focused on the lie that he had forgotten the truth of their connection. The love they shared was real. He knew it in his heart. Slowly, he stood up and walked towards her. He looked into her tear-filled eyes and saw the Ada he loved. "You broke my heart, Aldana," he said softly, "but my heart was already yours to break." In that moment, forgiveness began to heal their wounds. He realized that true love isn't about perfection. It's about seeing the imperfections and loving the person anyway. Their journey back was not easy. Trust had to be rebuilt piece by piece. But this time, they built their relationship on a foundation of complete honesty. Aldana introduced Chidi to her world, and he introduced her to his, and they found that their worlds weren't so different after all. They were both built on dreams, hard work, and passion. In the end, Queen Aldana learned the most valuable lesson of all, that the greatest wealth is not in money or power, but in the courage to be vulnerable and to love with an open, honest heart. And Chidi learned that love can be found in the most unexpected places, and that a person's worth is not defined by their status, but by the content of their character. Their love story became a new kind of folktale in Lagos, a modern legend of a queen who found her king, not in a palace, but on the side of a busy road. I hope you were captivated by this story. What lesson did you learn from it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. Thanks for watching.